right, so let's talk about the 49ers wide receivers. Let's talk about Devontae Adams. Let's do an update on Nico Collins. We talked about before about how I don't think that Brandon Ayuk is going to be that relevant, and I'm not really even focused on keeping him on my IR. He had an MCL and an ACL injury. We got the MCL ligament right there. It provides medial knee stabilization, obviously, and then you have the ACL ligament highlighted right there. That prevents your tibia from sliding forward. When you tear both of those, like Brandon Ayuk did, you need to improve the stability in two aspects of your knee. The ACL alone is already about a year recovery period, and then the MCL combined with that compounds the issue of multi-plane instability. So it's not really reasonable to expect Ayuk to be back performing at a high level this season. About my boy Nico, I know who he is. Does everyone know who Nico Collins is? No. Sneed doesn't know who he is, apparently. He was asked in an interview how he's going to feel about Nico Collins, and he's like, who? Nico heard that, and he's like, man, he knows who I am. And I'm taking the over on Nico Collins because Nico is going to be out there. He already practiced yesterday, even though he was limited with a knee issue. He's back out there practicing today. And with that bulletin board material, I would be firing him up. I don't have any concerns about this knee condition. I think it was just some rest, probably some limited soreness. Talk Juwan Jennings. He's missed a lot of practices recently, and it's kind of wondering what's going on here. It seemed like it was an ankle issue that held him out, and most people were thinking a low ankle, but he hasn't practiced in about 5 straight practices. We have to see how he practices today. If he's not, I'd be worried about him maybe dealing with a mild high ankle sprain, where we talked about these ligaments right here that stabilize the high part of the ankle. And if that's the case, then he's likely not going to be playing this week. But in between when he is active and when Pearsall is active, who do you want to go with? Might be inclined to say Pearsall because he's a beast. He's put up mad numbers, and he's honestly a great fantasy football player to this point. But Juwan Jennings actually has a better separation score and a better win rate. So honestly, when they're both out there, they're both active, I will be playing Jennings over Pearsall. Also, because as we've seen in the beginning of the season, Jennings has tied his performance this season directly to his contract. So he is so motivated to do well. So I don't know if Jennings is going to be out there. We have to see if he suits up for practice. But even if he gets one limited practice out there and he's active this week, I would probably go with him over Pearsall as much as I like Pearsall. Do you think I was going to forget about Devontae? I mean, honestly, I forgot I had to re-record this. But yeah, so Devontae had some hamstring soreness. A lot of people get worried about hamstrings. I get worried about hamstrings. But also Wednesday's his scheduled veteran rest day. And they said that it wasn't really a major concern. So with that being said, we still need to see how he practices today. But overall, right now, I'm not overly concerned. He's been doing pretty well. I think that he should play this weekend.